talking to some of the best voices in Nashville. This is One-on-One with Greg Pogue.
Presented by Freeman Webb.
Also brought to you by
Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers, Bass Tire Company, Sam's Sports Place and Sports Grill, Holiday Inn Express Nashville Airport, Valentino's Restaurante, and Sir Speedy of Music City.
One-on-One with Greg Pogue, broadcasting live from Roy's Meat Service in East Nashville. Your sports live here on 94.9 The Fan
And the Game Nashville Sports Network.
Now, here's Greg Pogue.
Well, good Saturday morning to you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Our neighborhood, per Saturday, is East Nashville, Roy's Meat Service. All of this presented by Freeman Webb, Brandon Bigsby, producing back in the 94.9 The Fan studio. And it's almost football season. I'm not kidding. The Nashville Kats training camp next week. In about 4 weeks, the season opener, April 17th in Clarksville at F&M Bank Arena. And the head coach of the Nashville Kats has decided to stop in. Darren, how you doing? Darren Arbet, everybody.
Doing great.
And with his entourage.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
Greg. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, the one, I guess last year, one of the first places you met that I took you to was Roy's Meat Service, right? They do all of our catering, do all of our in-game catering and training camp. We're working on getting the players fed in the next couple weeks. But this is the first place I think you got to go to Roy's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he does a tremendous job, and I'm gluten-free and making me desserts. And, yeah, just an awesome place to come. They'll cater to you.
Yep.
Great food. Love it.
So where are we in the process? What are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? Give me the next few days. What are you doing?
Coaches are grinding. We're staying up late and putting everything together, watching film, trying to understand our opponents, going back over all our schedules, our rotations that we're going to have in our groups, special teams, trying to understand that a little better. We definitely need to get better at that. And we have a lot of competition coming in, Greg.
So let's do the basics. How many players report to training camp?
You can have 35 that you can sign, and then you can have as many 4-day waivers as you want.
So you get a good look at them. And so why do you like this group?
I think it all starts at quarterback. And we have a good one there in Tyler Coca, and we got to talk about Clint Gum, our president.
Oh, we're going to get to him. Don't worry. We're going to go in deep on all of these guys you've brought in.
Putting this roster together. But, yeah, the quarterback spot. And Josh Jones, he's had a lot of success in the IFL, Offensive Player of the Year, won a lot of football games in the Bay Area and Northern Arizona. So when you have – and then Caleb Lowe, he's a journeyman, 6'5", can toss the ball around. So I feel great about that quarterback room.
Yep. And you're not Tyler had the kind of year he had last year, was one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the league. And then you bring in another quarterback, too. I mean, that's, yeah. You're grinning over there.
Yeah, because Clint's making it hard for me. When the guy call you and, hey, I got this Josh Jones guy, and you look at the stats, and he's player of the year in another league and had all the success he's had, and he's known as a winner, and Coca came in and just showed us he was a winner. So it's going to be interesting.
What do you look for in indoor players?
And we're going to talk about Steve Pappen. He's bringing in a different offense this year, someone that fits that offense. Last year our offense was more the guy get open, you see numbers, you throw it to those numbers. Pappen's more of an anticipation type offensive coordinator. So it's going to be interesting how these young men adapt to that offense.
Is there a physical, a stereotype? No, not a stereotype, but a template rather for the kind of player that you need at each position? Because in this game is so unique, and I'm now my 3rd year of a go around with it. This is my 2nd with you. Is that there's certain skill sets that you have to have to play in indoor football.
And I'm smiling, Greg, because when you look at Tyler Coca, that's not the prototype bodies-wise you want a quarterback.
Yeah.
But his want to win, his love of the game, like I said on a couple of interviews last year where we practiced that at Lipscomb, there would be kids that would come in afterwards. And, I mean, you're talking about a guy who had a whole practice, 2 meetings, and then he's still asking these kids, hey, you need an arm.
Yeah.
He just loves throwing the football. And as a coach, that's what you want. And he came in, there was nothing in my mind that said he was going to be our quarterback and we were going to have success with him. He just got in there and did it.
Well, eventually, he didn't start at first, and then it was time, right?
It was time.
Yeah. Darren Arbet with us, one-on-one with Greg Pogue. He is the Nashville Kats head coach. So a week from Thursday, the team reports. Walk me through the day. I will just get a little bit behind the curtains of when you get the team in, how you start, in the process of physicals, 3 days of non-pads, then pads, right?
Yes, a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
A lot of walkthroughs in the parking lot of the hotel just so they can get the offense, the defense, and the special teams. Like you said, physicals, that's going to be a day. Now, let's go all the way back. It's still NFL, whether you're in the NFL, UFL, you still are concerned about some of the guys showing up on time. Whether it's because now the TSA and the flights are backed up or whatever it may be. So I'm going to be on Clint pretty good, making sure all the guys are in and they brought the right cleats and all those things.
And let's also mention equipment manager extraordinaire Paul Haas-Natska, who was the Houston Oilers, Tennessee Titans for Jeff forever. And a lot of controversy when Vrabel ran him off, but that's another story. But Haas is the boss. I mean, there's nobody better in the NFL than what he does.
Best I ever had. He has everything done. It was done in January.
Yeah.
He's ready to go, organized. The players love him. I mean, I can just sit here for the next 40 minutes and talk about Haas, how great he is.
Yeah. Well, let's even back it up even further. Jeff Fisher, president, partner. What's it like? He's our boss. People know that I'm partner and chief operating officer. People know that. What's it like for you? Because with him and me, I mean, we've known each other a long time, but we're more business. You're football. He's football. I just sit back and watch.
I'm fortunate to have a guy who's been an NFL head coach for over 20 years. And it's the other day when we got together when I first arrived here, we were just talking about situations. What would you do here? If I have a returner that was an all-league guy, but I feel this other guy's better, how would you rotate those guys? Just all those things that coaches have to think about and make the right decision and keep the mental aspect of the game going in the right direction during camp. He can help me with all that. He's seen it. He's done it. He knows it. And then the stories he has about games and players and stuff that's historic.
Yeah, we had a meeting scheduled. I think it was at Thursday at the hotel for 2:00. It didn't start till 2:45 because we had the story time. With you and him telling stories. And go ahead.
We go to Lipscomb yesterday to handle some business, and some young men are there, some recruits, and next thing I know, he's swarmed by 3 families taking pictures, and they're trying to show him their highlight tape. And what do you think, Coach?
Yeah.
And the miracle that happened here, and just all those things. And it's great being around him and having him as an owner.
Yeah, Cats head coach, general manager Darren Arbet with us. And you mentioned Lipscomb. Practice training camp will be at Lipscomb for the 3rd straight year, and you and Trent Dilfer had Old Home Week yesterday too. Of course, Trent is back head coach at Lipscomb Academy, and you guys are out there starting Thursday. What was that like? It
was great.
Yeah.
Here's the story. The first thing we talked about was when Trent came to San Francisco, because I was with the SaberCats, he was number 12. John Brody, who I know, they retired his number 12 with the 49ers. So I took John up, and at that time Mike Nolan was the coach. Took him up to Mike Nolan's office. It was some media people from the 49ers, and actually Rocky Blyer was there that day. I'll never forget. It's like, whoa, this is Rocky Blyer. And that's when John told him that he can wear number 12 for that season. So it was just a cool deal, and the media was there, and Trent remembered that day very well.
So back up with that as well. Playing in Clarksville, you saw it our last regular season game there, and then we didn't know until after the results of that weekend where we'd be home, who would be playing. And on a Sunday afternoon, 8 days later, nearly sold it out without just the only thing, and the response over there has been amazing. You saw we had a season ticket event for season ticket holders Tuesday night. What a great night that was over at Strawberry Alley in Clarksville. Plug there, but Clarksville's excited. And that arena, you guys, you've seen it.
It's great. The first game when we came out for warm-ups, I remember Rod Perry looked at me and go, "Hey, Coach, this is the way it's supposed to be." Just the energy, the electricity in the building, and the deuce. I mean, they were yelling at the whole arena.
All right, we're going to get to we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to do one segment on indoor rules, okay?
Okay.
All right, but and so the response up there has been, and now single game tickets. By the way, go to NashvilleKats.com, F&M Bank Arena. Season tickets still available. You can also get single game tickets. They went on sale the 17th. St. Patrick's Day, so all of that. If you want to be involved corporately as well, that's what obviously we're working on, that end as well. But Darren Arbet is our guest. You mentioned Deuce. We're going to get into more of the intricacies, but I do want to talk. Let's talk about the Arena League, AF1. Its second year. Jerry Kurz, who has been around the indoor game at the highest level for a quarter of a century, more than that, longer than that. And then Gary Compton is director of football operations, our friend, and he knows everything about everything. And then Christy McEwen. How do you feel about the league? 9 teams right now. They could have taken a few others, but you wanted to vet them enough. And I think expansion in 2027, we already know some teams that are going to be there. How do you feel about the league?
Love the league. I mean, Jerry Kurz was running the Arena League when I was playing in it. I've known Jerry since I was a very, very young man. Gary Compton was a tremendous player. I know Gary is a player, and Christy McEwen is married to one of my best friends in life, Sparky McEwen. He's a head coach at Davenport University. I think they've done a tremendous job starting from scratch with this league. Have some great owners in this league. It's growing. Coach Fisher has done a nice job making things happen in this thing. He can open a lot of doors, and we all know that. Mike Quarter in Albany, I like what he's done. So we're excited, and I know everyone's excited about Jeff Jarrett to be a part of this.
Well, and you don't take my questions from me, but that was next. But people who have seen social media, there will be some news coming out here shortly about what Jeff Jarrett is doing, his involvement in everything. And I think you met him for the first time. He came and did this show here, Jeff Jarrett. But you told the story about how he was the villain in of course, his WWE Hall of Fame days, right? You didn't like him, did you? You were supposed to not like him.
You took all that stuff to heart, and yeah, I didn't. And he was a bad guy, and I call it cheating. He would hit somebody in the head with the guitar when the ref wasn't looking. The guy'd go down, and then he'd pin him and win. And I'm going, he didn't win. The other guy would have beat him, So it's great. And he took Miss Elizabeth from somebody, Miss Deborah, I think it was, from another wrestler. And to me, that wasn't right. So, yeah, as a kid, we believe all that stuff. And that's the great thing about being a kid,
Yeah, well, and that sport is just international, and so is he. Just having him be a part of it. And like I said, there's going to be some news coming out shortly about just what he is going to be doing with the Nashville Kats. Darren Arbet is our guest, one-on-one with Greg Pogue. Freeman Webb, we're going to go, you said Deuce. We're going to explain the game, okay? Because I think, when hockey came here with the Predators in the late 90s, Terry Chris and Pete Weber had hockey one-on-one. Okay. Hockey 101, where they would come in and just teach the intricacies of the game. I don't know, we're not going to have enough time to go into it too deep, but I want you. We're going to get into the intricacies of the game and what makes 8-man football indoor, especially this version of indoor, because there are other indoor leagues that don't play with the nets, that don't do the deuce, as you mentioned. We'll explain that in a minute. That's why I think this version of indoor football, the way it's played, is the best I've seen.
It is. I love this game. One player in motion, not two, like some of the games. And we have the nets. The nets is the most exciting part of the game. And I'm going to tell you some rule changes.
Okay, we're going to get to that. Exciting. All right, we'll take a break. 1-on-1 with Greg Pogue on 94.9 The Fan. Greg Pogue presented by Freeman Webb. We are at Roy's Meat Service in East Nashville. Nashville Kats. Look at you, Brandon Bigsby. Go there. Let it play a little bit. Nashville Kats. Aren't you proud? Darren Arbet, head coach, general manager of the Nashville Kats. Training camp starts Thursday. Reporting, physicals Friday. 3 days in non-pads. Pads on Tuesday. The home opener, the season opener, April 17th. F&M Bank Arena against the Minnesota Monsters, right?
Which day?
The 17th, right?
No, Michigan.
The Michigan Arsenal, that's right. All right. Let's go over the teams. Albany Firebirds, I don't like them. Beaumont Renegades, Kentucky Barrels. That moves from Corpus Christi, man. They're right in the greater Cincinnati area. Is going to be our rival. We're going to have a great rivalry with them. Michigan Arsenal. Minnesota Monsters, the Oceanside Bombers in North San Diego, Oregon Lightning are back, Washington Wolfpack back. And half these coaches either played for you or coached with you or coached for you. I mean, you got your little minions running around this league.
Beaumont head coach, Oceanside head coach, and Kentucky's head coach all played for me or coached for me.
Yeah. And the one you're not responsible. Albany, what, Damon? Is that Damon Ware?
Yeah.
You're not responsible for him, are you?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
No.
That's got a little, because they beat us by a field goal in the championship game last year, 60-57. That's the one. That's the one we won. The 8 name. I want to do this. Well, this. Little crash course on our indoor game, AF1. 8 players. Name the positions. Let's start with defense. What are the positions on defense?
You're going to have 2 cornerbacks and a safety.
Yeah.
You're going to have 2 linebackers in a box.
Yeah.
Which is 5 yards from where the ball is and sideline to sideline. That's their little area they can roam in. Mm-hmm. And then you have 3 defensive lines. You have 2 defensive ends and a nose guard. And only one linebacker can come, the one on the guard side. And how you know it's the guard? Because the tight end raises his hand when he's going to the line every time.
Right. And so also the drops for the linebackers are limited, correct? You just can't have them back there playing center field.
5 yards in depth. And sideline to sideline until the ball is thrown.
Right. Explain what a deuce is, because this is the coolest thing about this sport. You can have a 9-point possession where you can score, go for 2, that's 8, and kick a deuce, that's 10. Right? A deuce. Explain what a deuce is.
So a deuce is when after you score and you kick off, if you make it through the uprights.
Or to start the game.
Or to start the game.
Huh.
If you kick it through the uprights, you get 2 points.
Yeah. They still the receiving team still maintains possession, but you get the 2 points. And those are valuable points, and they're also momentum killers or gain. They add to momentum.
Okay, let's get over on this one.
All right.
So now it's a 1 point. If you kick the ball off and it hits the net and he doesn't get it out of the end zone, the kicking team gets a point.
Okay.
So now you said 10, you can get a touchdown, go for 2, get 8, kick it off and get the deuce, or you can kick it off and he doesn't get it out of the end zone and you'll get that 1 point. So you'll get 9.
But it's like a safety, but they maintain possession for the 1 point.
Yes. Yes.
in the excitement of it, I don't know any to play the net, and it's weird bounces off of it and off the crossbars, doink, and all of this stuff and everything. And if you're the returner, you've got to turn your back to the people who are coming down to try to knock your head off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a skill set.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But now overtime gets tricky because what if I kick off, I get a deuce, your team scores, but then I get the ball and I score, game over. Because every team has to get a possession.
Right. Well, and I like that. I like that. I know the NFL has that kind of each team gets a possession in overtime. I just think sometimes it's too dependent upon the coin toss.
So, Jason, at our league meetings, I'm that one you hate to be in there because I ask a lot of questions.
Uh-huh. So Jason Capone, our head of officiating.
Head officials.
Yeah.
So I go, everyone gets a possession. He says, yes, your offense has to touch the football. Okay. I score. I kick off. I get it off the bar. I score again. I'm up 14-0. They only can have one possession. Do they still get a possession? And he goes, yes.
Because they can do exactly the same thing you just did. You can come down with one possession and score 14 points each way. And then what do? Start over?
I can actually, yes.
Good Lord.
Yes. Because that was mine.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, if you have to have a possession and your offense never touches the ball, I could even win on a walk-off because I can get the ball, score, go for two, get it, kick it off, get it off the bar like they did. Game over. I won.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. Darren Arbet with us, head coach, general manager, Nashville Kats. Season opening Friday, April 17th at F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville. 7 home games. Everybody is 6-6. We've got 7 home games. After last year, they owed us one.
We only have to get on a plane 4 times.
Yeah.
Because we can.
We're bussing up to wait till you see the buses I've got, man. Mercedes, Clarksville chauffeur, Jermaine Jackson. You met Jermaine.
Great guy.
You wait to see. We're riding in class. Okay, we're riding in style. Offensively, okay, give me position. Obviously, we know the quarterback, but give me the positions and some of the intricacies of the rules offensively.
So you're going to have, obviously, a quarterback. You're going to have 3 offensive linemen. One of your offensive linemen will raise his hand as a tight end, and he can catch the football. He can go out and catch the football. That's legal. Then you're going to have 3 receivers. You're going to have an X on the line of scrimmage. You're going to have a wing who goes in motion, and you're going to have a Z on the backside that goes in motion. And you can come around and go into trips and all those different things. Now, your fullback, your running back, but it's a fullback, is different. Ours was 310 pounds last year because all you're doing is basically blocking, and he can run the ball. We'll run some sweeps and some other things. So offensively in this game, it's great because you want 330-pound linemen that can post down, take on the bull, and with long arms, they can run people around the pocket.
Yeah, but last year, 330, that's light for what we had. I don't know what we got this year yet, but I know that 3 offensive linemen starting went over a half ton, right? There was a 360, there was a 380. I think there was another 360. I mean, it was over a half ton with 3 players.
Yeah, right now we got to, if it was on paper, it would be a guard at 350. Center was 380 right now. Our tight end is probably 315. And our fullback probably in the 265, 265.
It's a good thing we've got Roy's Meat Service feeding those people.
Yes.
Oh, me. Darren Arbet is with us. The thing that I think that I guess it's just repetition for the quarterback and that motion receiver, because when that ball is snapped, that receiver's at full speed and has to time the snap where he's not offside. That takes work, doesn't it?
opposite.
Yeah.
It's up to if that receiver's offside, it's on the quarterback.
Okay.
Quarterback got to snap that ball at the correct time. The receiver, we want him hauling, just running down and not, no blinkers, no brakes, just stepping on the gas in that motion. And it's the quarterback's responsibility to get the ball snapped in time.
Yep.
So he's not offsides.
The 35 that's reporting, 35 plus, and then there's some of the 4-day waivers that can be added to it. You will eventually get that down to 25, correct?
Yes.
And then on game day, there's the active roster's 21.
We will get it down to 24.
Okay.
But if you have an international player, you can have 25.
Mm-hmm.
But, yes, we will get it down to 24, 25, and then game day is 21.
Yeah. The kicker's pretty dang important, isn't it?
Yeah. Clint has one of those. That was the thing with the job.
Boy, I tell you what, every time we talk about a player, Clint, your name comes up. So if you bring in people here, Clint's here. I'm talking. So you can't play dead in a cowboy movie. He's in trouble. That's what I'm hearing. Because every time you talk about a player, Clint. So pressure's on Clint.
It really is. And it's similar.
Our president of football operations.
Yeah. He needs to get it done. He really does. It's on him.
How do you know it? How do you know Clint? You guys go back. I know for people you are based in Phoenix. He is as well with his businesses.
Yeah. So he was in a business networking group with my wife, and they had an event at Top Golf, and I showed up there and. This guy thought he knew more about sports than anybody, so he talks it all the time. And he knew our league. He did a lot of research in our league, and I decided, hey, why not make him football operations? We get together every day. We talk football every day. He's great with people. He owns 4 businesses.
But it's also work. It's just not. It's workman's comp. It's contracts. It's all the things that go with running a professional sports team.
But it does help, Greg, that he owns an insurance company.
Yeah,
and understands the whole layout of the workman's comp situation. So, yeah, no, Clint's been great. He's a businessman. He loves the game. He does a lot of research. He doesn't sleep much, and I would have been dumb not to have him come on and help me with this.
Well, and also we people after training camp breaks, we're required to house the players and coaches. So that's a whole nother component to not many professional sports teams are in charge of getting their residence for their players.
But we have someone who did a tremendous job with the housing, and he's kind of a unicorn here in Nashville. His name is Greg Pogue.
Oh, be quiet. No, he's a unicorn. That's the dang truth. No, Heather Campbell, our business manager. Yeah. We just drop everything in her lap, and she is amazing as well. We're going to find – this is your life, Darren Arbet. We're going to find out about Darren Arbet, the player. Oh, don't shake your head. This is your life. We're going to find out. I'm surprised we've been on the air like half an hour, and you've been here 40 minutes, and you hadn't showed a picture of your grandbabies yet. So we'll get into that as well. Darren Arbet with us, 101 with Greg Pogue, 94.9 The Fan. It's 101 with Greg Pogue, presented by Freeman Webb. We are at Roy's Meat Service. Darren Arbet, head coach, general manager, Nashville Kats. Our guest today, Thursday, players report, Friday, physicals, and then 3 days of non-pads and then pads a week from Tuesday, the home opener, the season opener, April 17th. You can go to NashvilleKats.com or you can go to the F&M Bank Arena website or go to Ticketmaster, and you can buy season tickets and also single game tickets. Just went on sale on the 17th. So come on out, be part of the party. It is really amazing what we're going to be doing over there, and just S&S and SS&E, Sabretooth Sports and Entertainment, which is the arm of the Nashville Predators. Janine Lalick and Joe Fontanetta have been great to work with, and the Predators are sort of our big brother. They've taken us under wing, and we really appreciate it. As a matter of fact, our mascot, Cool Cat's going to be they're going to have mascot night at an upcoming Predators game, and with all the mascots from the schools and the sounds and all the different things, and Cool Cat's going to be there.
That's awesome.
It is, and that's coming up in about 3 or 4 weeks as well. Where are you from?
Stockton, California.
Really?
Yep.
Tell me about growing up. Huh? Brothers, sisters, mom and dad? Tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know this.
There's a whole bunch of us in a little 2-bedroom spot. And we got through it. Mom and dad, married for a long time.
What'd they do?
So my dad had a gas station and a bar.
Oh.
He owned. And my mom.
Family business.
Yeah, family business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
There's 10 of us. I'm the baby.
10.
Yeah.
10, and you're the baby, huh?
Yep, I'm the baby.
Was that good or bad?
I was spoiled. I got my way.
How many brothers, how many sisters?
So 8 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, and Who's the oldest?
Sheesh. He's not here anymore, so most of them have passed away. Yeah.
Football, Sacramento State, man. You can't say Darren Arbet without saying Sacramento State. You've done their TV, ESPN TV for quite a while now. I know you've done with Nick Guerrero TSU TV the last couple of years, but playing football. When did you start playing football?
When I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Wasn't very tough at that time, and it made me tough. My brothers would take me out, and they were obviously grown men, and they'd rough me up, and I would cry, and they would get on me about being soft, and made me tough, and I loved football.
Edison High School?
Edison High School. So I had went to Catholic school I went to Catholic school until I was in the 8th grade, so altar boy, the whole thing, confession, loved it, but then I wanted to go to public school because I was tired of wearing the salt and pepper pants with the white shirt, the bow tie, and the red V-neck sweater. So went to Edison High School. It was a public school, and played football there, and it was great. Loved it. And I was a track guy because when I left there, I did the decathlon at Sacramento State, and I played football.
Yeah, Sacramento State. Defensive end?
Outside linebacker.
Yeah.
They called it defensive end back then, but it was stand-up outside linebacker. I'm still in the top 10 in the sack list at Sac State.
Yeah?
Yeah. And back then, they didn't throw the ball like they do now. But, I got a lot of sacks.
But then you played, where was your first introduction to the indoor game?
Signed with Winnipeg in the CFL, then got released there, got picked up with the LA Cobras and played there. They got me late because their season had already started by the time I was available. Played with the LA Cobras, and then the coaches went to Maryland the next year, and they picked me up there, and I played there, hurt my wrist, and it was all she wrote then.
Where did the coaching, did it click to you that you wanted to coach?
So, old cowboy, Rick Plumtree, we call him Tree Plumtree, he was my defensive coach. And when I got hurt that last year and I had my degrees, they came to me, and because, to coach full-time at the university, you have to have your degrees. So I had my degree. So he said, hey, we're looking for a coach, and I didn't want to do it. And I said, well, I'll see. He said, Darren, I ain't asking. So had me, they signed me at Sacramento State. I was financial aid coordinator for all sports, tight end coach, and special teams assistant. Had an office up in the front of the school, and then I would come after 11. I'd do work till 11 or 12 and then go to the football office. But I hated it, Greg. First day, wanted to take lunch. Hey, Coach, I'm going to take lunch. Lunch? There's some stale donuts over there if you're hungry. I got 3 kids. I don't even know why they're here. I got 3 over there. I know their coach, but they're not in 12 units. We have to do the cards for practice. He just named all these jobs. He said, grab a stale donut and do it. And I said, well, when's my day off? No days off. You get to sleep in on Sunday, the night after the game, and then we'll be in here until 1 in the morning, so 7 days a week. And in my mind, my dad taught me never to quit anything, and I'm not doing this at the end, and here I sit before you over 30 years later still doing it.
Darren Arbet, head coach, general manager, Nashville Kats, 101 with Greg Pogue, presented by Freeman Webb. We're at Roy's Meat Service, the official caterer of the Nashville Kats. San Jose SaberCats, head coach from 99 to 2015. You won the Arena League Championship 4 times. You were Coach of the Year 2 times. In 2011, you were named into the Arena Football Hall of Fame. Those were the heydays, and I think that's where we all want. Everybody remembers the Nashville Kats here. Everybody remembers, all back in the day, right? And I think that's where we're headed again with this league, quite frankly, and that's why I'm so excited about it. But that was a hell of a run.
Great. Starts with ownership like you guys. Had a great owner in John Fry. He was a football guy. He had played at Santa Clara. Was a quarterback there, understood the game, gave me everything and more that we needed to have an opportunity to win a championship. And we were in a lot of championship games and Final Fours, and some great players. I probably have 10 players in the Hall of Fame right now in the league that have played for me, and one of them's going to be coaching for me, Steve Pappen. He got the whole thing started. And, it was just a great run there. It really was.
And by the way, how many wins are you shy of 200?
So when I came here, the record, 200. I had 188. So
7 last year.
7 last year, so 5.
You got 195 for 200,
Yep.
and you're 12 shy becoming the all-time indoor winningest coach.
12, 17.
17. 17 shy. Well, I was going to. If it was 12, I wanted you to go 12-0 and get it in the regular season.
Yeah.
But why do you like the indoor game? It's football. I get it. And you're a coach. You played it collegiately. You played it professionally. You coached it. I know you were with the Steelers for a while, the Falcons. You did some work with them. Why do you like the indoor game?
I got a life sentence. I do.
Yeah.
And retired, tried to do that, only could play so much golf. Then like my wife said, well, what do you like to do? I like to watch football. And she just said, well, heck, if you're going to watch football, you might as well watch film and make some money doing it.
Yeah.
So you might as well go back. And I just love it, Greg. I mean, where else can you work your tail off? And then on Saturday or Friday night, depending on what that scoreboard says, your mood's going to be one way or the other.
I've seen both of those, by the way.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's just and you worked hard. I mean, and you feel going into that game, you did everything you could do to get these guys prepared. And that's the thing. What other job? It's not what you know. It's what you can get those guys to do. That's the thing. I can bring in a whole bunch of coaches here that know the game of football. I got a lot of friends that have been football coaches over my 35-year career, but can they still get these young men to do it? Because these young men are different. I've done it in a lot of different eras. And that's the thing, just understanding what you have and motivating them to play football for you and play hard.
Darren Arbet, head coach, general manager, 1-on-1 with Greg Pogue this morning. Tell me about your offensive coordinator, Steve Pappen. He's sitting over here with us now.
He's like my son.
Yeah.
Talk to him every day. He's the reason why I got the SaberCat job. I was the special teams coordinator, and Mr. Fry was going to hire Tim Markham, who I'm chasing his record right now, or Mike Hohensee, who's a tremendous coach. That's who I got my first job with. He's also in the Hall of Fame. And Steve Pappen was the star of the team and said, I want Darren Arbet to be my coach. And he believed in me that much. And the rest is history. We're all in the Hall of Fame. San Jose is arguably one of the best teams to ever be in the Arena League, and it all starts with him. He's a great coach. He played for me. He coached for me. He coached in Arena too, And the last and he loves high school football. Last year he's at Santa Teresa High School. He went undefeated. The year before that he made it to a state game, and then the year before that he made it to a state game again. He's been undefeated twice in this thing. And you know, Greg, it's hard to do well at the public schools because he can't recruit. And he's so excited to do this because I said, hey, which one of these guys you want? He goes, what do you mean? Just he says, whatever 55 guys is in that weight room when I have a team meeting, that's who I got to coach. I said, no. We can pick here we can pick here who we want. So Steve's one of the best offensive coordinators that I know, that's detailed and about their route depth, coming back to the ball, cutting you off at the hip, rounding it off, just all those things.
Defensive coordinator Sergio Gilliam, met him the other night.
Sergio was a guy, he played at Clemson, big-time football player. He went to the CFL, played there, came into the Arena League. I want to say he broke the record. He got like 16 interceptions in one season, won championships with Spokane and with Albany, our rival. He was the defensive coordinator in Albany when they won. He was he's been in the Arena League, back in the day Arena League, and with Ted Leontis owned it in Atlantic City. He's been everywhere. He's a guy that wanted to come work with me and told me, hey, treat me like I'm a rookie coach. I want to learn.
And then offensive lineman, defensive line coach Kerry Lachlan. What a piece of work.
Jets, college football, CFL, Grey Cup rings. He's coached there. Dad was a first-round pick. He was a sixth-round pick. Her brother was a pick. The whole family was drafted in the NFL. Football guy, loves the game, smart, detailed, watches more film than anyone I know.
Let's take a break. We'll be back. We're going to have a few more moments. By the way, I do want to promote this. Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, the pregame before that, with Jake Lyman, number 2 seed Vanderbilt women against number 15 High Point on 94.9 The Fan from Memorial Gym. And then the men tonight with Kevin Ingram. Tim Thompson will play Nebraska. That's at 7:45 tonight on 102.5 The Fan. Wanted to promote those two things on the Game Nash Network. We'll be back and wrap it up one-on-one with Greg Pogue right here on 94.9 The Fan. Get down off the table, Coach Arbet. A few more moments with Darren Arbet, head coach, general manager, one-on-one with Greg Pogue. Thanking Brandon Bigsby back at 94.9 The Fan studio. Great job today producing as well. He's been playing he's playing a DJ today as well. Couple more minutes, Coach. It's here.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is what it's all about, training camp. Players start reporting Thursday.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean, just football all day, meetings, just everything. Meetings, practice, talking to the players, getting to know the players. Now, Greg, if you don't think that I think some of these young men just won't fit in, because that's a big thing when you're trying to win a championship, they got to play together. And if I see there's some individuals, they won't be on they won't be on the Cats.
Yeah. Well, and certainly you know what it takes to win. You've won 4 times. You got 4 rings. And I like that. Which one is that one you're wearing right now?
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Saber Cats.
I need one of those. Not one of those. I need one that says 2026.
Yeah.
But the game itself and the response, we're in football country right now, and you've seen it, the excitement of it, and now it's here. April 17th, first game.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I know the guys are really excited. They wanted to come in this week. Could they come early? I said no. Stay where you're at. Keep.
They're going to get plenty of you, right?
Yeah, they're going to get plenty of me. You're going to get tired of hearing me. So,
yeah.
Can't wait.
So, why should I like the Nashville Kats?
Exciting. They're going to be exciting. They're going to play hard. competitive. I think everyone wants to see a competitive game, and we're going to be competitive.
This league's going to be competitive.
Yes.
You know, hell, half the coaches either played or coached for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kentucky's going to be good. Minnesota's going to be good. Michigan has a good coach. Albany's going to be good. Yes, it's just a lot of good teams in this thing. Beaumont is going to be good. They won the NAL last year, so they're going to be good.
It's sort of like relegation. They are moving up, aren't they? Minnesota's the same way, right? They won their league.
Yes.
So now they're feeling confident to move up.
Yes.
Into our league.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And is that where Meadowlark Lemon, son,
is in Minnesota?
Is Minnesota? How cool is that?
I know.
Yeah.
Meadow
Lemon.
The story.
Oh gosh, I mean that's a whole nother. We're going to get him on. It's when they come to town here, they're going to come play us. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's here, buddy. It's here. Hey, again, 6:00 tonight, Vanderbilt women on 94.9 The Fan against Tie Point, and that's tip-off, pregame before that, obviously. And then 7:45 tonight on 102.5 The Fan, the men, Commodores and Nebraska. March Madness is here. Everybody, Brandon, great job of you. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of this wonderful weekend.